This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it?
Yeah, check that out. You want us to showcase your channel? Be sure to check out the description below and click that link for the rules and regulations. Alright guys and girls, can you dig it? Alright, this is part 12, 2003 Jeep Liberty Sport with the 3.7, rebuilding this engine. Alright, last we left off, we put the crankshaft in, put the bed plate on, make sure we use that special kind of sealer around there, because make sure you use that or it will leak. Alright, today we are going to start working on the oil pump and the timing in the front of this. We're going to start getting down to this thing. Now, so Siri's going to set up her chair and we're going to get a front look at this. Matter of fact, let me show you all the new parts that we're putting in. Instead of just like these, like some people, they'll just put in a new chain, new guides, and that's it. I'm going to show you what we're doing. We'll be right back. Oh, we're going. You didn't tell me we were going. You're supposed to say action.
Action.
Alright, check it out. We got the new chains. We got new gears, new tensioners, all new guides. Again, gears. Another tensioner. New oil pump. We got the whole shebang up here. Alright? Bam. Bam. Alright, so without hesitation, let's get right to it. We'll be right back. Alright, here we go at the front of the engine. I'm gonna get my little wire brush here, and what I'm gonna do is we got our 3 bolts in that we stuck in for the oil pump. I want to take those out. And now what I want to do is take my wire wheel brush and I want to clean up this surface right here. Alright, so let's clean up this one, and while we're in here, let's do the 2 tensioners also. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, now that we got that, the next thing we're going to do, take some carburetor cleaner and clean off the surfaces.
Yeah, splash guard.
Yeah. There we go. Alright. I'm going to take me a nice clean rag. Just go around them and clean that up. And then we're going to take off the bolt to the crankshaft. So let's get that done. And clean off the shaft right there. Okay, let's take this out and we'll be right back.
Well, how are you taking that out?
Oh man, you don't need to know that. That's secret.
What if I don't know how to take it out and I need to take it out?
Well, they put it in there when I told them to put it in at the beginning of
Well, I don't remember.
They should
what
know
you
how
said.
to do now. They should know what to do.
I don't remember. Can
All
you tell us how to get it out?
Fine, alright. I'll be right back with the socket. Alright, what we got here is a 21mm socket. So I'm using my 21mm deep impact. And it shouldn't be tight at all. So, okay, the bolt's ready. Alright, now, can I move on?
Sure.
Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, we got our oil pump here. Get this bolt out of the way. Now, if you look at the crankshaft has 2 flat sides. Your oil pump, to drive the oil pump, it's got a gear inside there, a ring, that has those same flat sides. So what we want to do is put the oil pump on. Oh, gotta take this bolt out. This bolt holds on to the oil pickup screen. And you want to get that, you gotta turn it a little bit.
Those things move?
That gear inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the pump. Actually, that's the actual pump. The drive for the pump.
I don't know what that means. That's the actual pump. I don't have no idea what that means.
Okay. Just don't worry about it. Everything good. All right, let's put this bolt back in so we don't lose that. And then we're going to take out 3 10mm bolts And we're just going to put them into place for now. Don't tighten them up yet, just put them right into place. Alright, now we got that. We're going to move on to the next step. Be right back. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is put our main tensioner on. And what you want to do that, we're going to have to take back out this bolt. This is why I didn't want you to tighten them up. And you want to take out this one also up here. And we're going to take our new tensioner, put it in place. Let's get one bolt into there. The other one into there. Now this one, see that big space between there? There's a guide that goes in there. So we're not going to tighten this up either. So right now what we're going to do is just place that just like, place that in there just like that. Alright, we are looking good. Now what we're going to do is bring these bolts in, and we're going to actually tighten these three right up, but leaving that one loose. Alright, so what I'm going to get here is my 6-inch 3/8 drive extension with my 10mm shallow socket and my ratchet. Oh, here we go. 3/8 drive ratchet. And we're going to go tighten them up. 1, 2, and 3. Alright? Now when you tighten them up, that's all you want to do. Now there is no gasket on this oil pump. So don't try to make one or anything, you're going to mess something up. Don't do that. Put it on, as soon as it stops, just torque it down a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. That is great. Do not remove this pin yet, because once we get our chain and everything on, then we're going to remove that. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is set our main gear in. Now this gear slides onto this shaft, but there's marks up here. And I got a little marker, and I'm going to mark them for you. If you look right back here, where there's 2 little marks, there's a dot right there. So pay attention to that one. And now we got to turn it around, and we got to find the other 2 marks. Like, is that it right there? No, here it is. Here's one right here. And now we got to look for the other one. Which sucks. I see a little arrow right here, but I don't see no mark on it. Oh yes, it is a mark on it. There it is. It's a line right on there. So we got our 2 marks. Why they put a line on that one? I don't know. And a dot on this one? I don't know. I'm going to cover that whole tooth up. Alright, now that we got that. Now what we want to do is, you see that dot right there? We want to make sure that when we put this on, that dot, that tooth on there, got to line up right between. See, now that I did that, this would have threw the shaft, this engine would have rumbled like crazy. So I got to turn it 1 tooth, and there it is. It's lined up perfectly. Great. Alright guys, now there's another gear that goes on the front of this. That's this big gear right here, but we're not going to put this on because we need to put our other chains and all our assembly on. So right now, as far as this is concerned, we are done. And what you want to do here is, in the case, you might want to just take the center bolt and just put that on a little bit, so when we turn the engine around, that gear don't slide off of there. So we're just going to put that just like that, and then we're going to move on to the next step. We'll be right back. Alright guys, girls, now you are looking at the deck. This thing, look at how messed up this thing is. Ridiculous. Look at all this stuff in here. What you want to do is take you a little screwdriver and just go around, pick all that stuff out of there. I mean, we're about to clean that up, but I just want to make sure it don't get none in there. Now, once we do that, you're gonna take our wire wheel, and we're gonna go ahead and clean up where the head gasket goes. And this is a very important thing. I missed something. Gotta make sure I don't throw it on to Sylvia. She yelled at me.
If they could only see my face.
Yeah. All right. This is a very important step right here. I put the bolt back into the crankshaft because we're gonna need to turn the engine over. And this is what all engines, if you're gonna rebuild it, you want to make sure you clean the top of those pistons, because if you don't, it can cause a lean miss, a misfire. Because what happens is when that gas goes down there, all this carbon and all, it will soak into the gas and you won't get the right combustion like you're supposed to. So what we're going to do is take our wire brush and we're going to go around. Clean the pistons and clean the deck. All right? This is time consuming. If you're using a scraper, don't do this job. get you. I don't care if you use a cordless something, or definitely use something to help you with this, because this part right here is kind of time consuming. But with the wire wheel brush and the it's gonna be a lot easier. All right. So. Now, I did that. I'm going to clean up a little bit more better than that. But I'm going to clean up around here. Then, I'm going to turn the engine. Once I get this, I'm going to come back and we're going to turn the engine to bring these two pistons up to the top so we can clean them. Alright, so let's get that done and we'll be right back. Alright, we got it nice and cleaned up. And now I'm going to do is get me some carburetor cleaner. And clean up around it. And then I'm going to take my wire wheel brush and I'm going to go over this piston one more time. Look at that. Look at that compared to the other pistons. Now, I'm going to take my 21mm deep impact, my 1/2-inch drive ratchet, and I'm going to turn clockwise. Turn this bolt. And what I'm going to do is turn it and get that piston way to the top. And what I did was, on the other side, I cleaned the other side up too. We'll come over here. And I did one piston already. Now that I got two more pistons up to the top, now I'm going to take my wire wheel brush. And this one right there. I'm going to do the start from the top. Work my way from the top. Clean it up. Take my carburetor cleaner, spray it, and do it one more time. Now with that right there, we're going to get full combustion. Alright, now I'm going to do the other piston, and then I'm going to turn the engine and do the up. When I get these up to the top dead center, I'm going to do those. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, look at those pistons. The next thing I want to do, give me a bunch of paper towels. I want to lay all this down. And you want to take paper towels instead of one of the cleaning rags, because the paper towels will soak up a lot faster. Get inside the pistons, cylinder walls. Now, I'll tell you about a very important, another very important part to this. As the cylinders wear out, the piston's constantly going up and down. What would happen is that it'll sometimes build a ridge right on the top, which will tell you that, hey, these cylinders are worn out. So you gotta hone them out, get that ridge, reamer, get that ridge out of there. So what you want to do to check that, just take your fingernail, and put it on the edge, any edge of the cylinder wall, and run up. If your fingernail stops, that means you got a ridge there. Now you can probably leave it there, but they do got a little reamer that goes in there and it'll take that out for you. But that is nothing. I mean, there is actually nothing there. This is great, man. This thing's gonna be like a brand new engine once we're done with it. All right, let's go around the other side. Take a look at the other side. Great, perfect. All right, guys, you know what we're ready to do? We're ready to put these heads on. But before we put these heads on, we got to make sure that those heads are not warped in any kind of shape, form, or fashion. And I'm going to show you how to... What's so funny?
Nothing.
So I'm going to show you how to do that. So, we'll be right back. All right, here we go. We got the head. We turned it upside down. Now, what I want to do here is I'm actually going to clean this because this dirt will throw off our reading. So I'm going to get my wire brush and we're going to clean it, clean all this up nice and good. So where's our wire brush at? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up this whole thing and we'll be right back. Alright guys, check it out. Now this part right here, you're going to remember we're doing this, and we remember doing this when we did the 2004 Chevy Monte Carlo. What we did was turn the head over and we took a straight edge. You can use anything you want as long as you know that it's straight.
How do you know that's straight?
This is straight, trust me. I know it's straight because I used this on the Monte Carlo and it proved to be wrong. And then when we took it down, we took the head down to Rouse. He said, yeah, it was warped. So I know it's straight. Now what you want to do is check this in 3 ways. You want to check 1, 2, and 3. Now what you're checking for is that when you put it like straight head right here, and what you want to do here is take your filler gauge, and if you put it down, see how the gauge will not go through there? It should not go through in any part. No. 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 I know it's good there. Then you do it at an angle this way. You line up, see the cylinder head bolts is right there. One is right there and one is right there. So you want to make sure you go right in the corner of them. 1, 2. Let me get those again. 3. 4. Then go this way. Hold it down. If this thing slides up under there, you got to get this head shaved. Oops, I'm not even on that. There we go. Let me go back over here again. Perfect. I know this head is good. There's no question in my mind. This head is good. We are looking good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually clean both cylinder heads. One of the lifters came out. We're going to clean both cylinder heads. We're going to do one at a time. What we're going to do is take the camshaft off. We're going to loosen up bolts each lightly until we get the whole thing. Where does this one go? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Go somewhere in there. Get the rods in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the valve seals in here. The reason why we're going to do that is because we're doing all this work. And if these valve seals are worn, especially we know the oil change has been neglected on this vehicle, the valve seals gets dry rotted, oil gets down there, and this thing starts burning oil. Why pull this whole job apart again? Just because of the valve seals. All right, and they come with the complete gasket kit, so that'll be perfect. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about, and I'll be right back. Okay, we'll be back. Now, these are the valve seals. Open them up a little bit. It's got a little spacer right here so the spring can set on, because these heads are aluminum. With that valve spring, if that valve spring was to set constantly on a head, and with the vibration, it'll wear a hole straight through it. So that's how they have these little shims right here. And you see right here there's a little seal. If you look very closely, you'll see a little bitty spring inside there actually. And what that spring does is squeeze this hole together. See this valve right here? It squeezes it right on the valve shaft right there. That's the valve stem right there. So what we're gonna do is take these springs off, pop the old ones out, put new ones down, and put them in there. Now, what happens if you have yours is worn out? And this happens a lot, especially if you're let's say a good example. You're driving your car along, everything is fine. It sets overnight. You get out the next day in the morning, start it up, bam, it's smoking. But then it goes away. That's a good indication that you have bad valve seals. What they call them, umbrella seals. Because what happens is, as oil is thrown all around in here, oil gets down there in between the spring and goes down and touches these valve seals. If these valve seals are worn, the oil seeps right out and comes into the combustion chamber, and when it burns, it goes right out through the exhaust, and there you go. So this car was not smoking, but why take chances? Why get this whole job apart and not change them? So that's what we're going to do on the next episode. And what we're going to do is early in the morning, I'm going to pressure wash both cylinder heads, get them nice and cleaned up, and then we're going to take off the camshafts, and then I'm going to take out a few of them and show you how it's done. And this is also good because we had a couple of rockers that was thrown off of here, so it gives me a good chance to look at these valves to make sure none of them are bent. And before we do that, we're going to turn it over and we're going to mark these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, and 3 cylinders front to back. All right, we're looking good. We're looking good. Let's go check it. Let's go take a look at our engine again, cause I like my work. Yeah, look at that. Marks lined up. You know what? While we're here, let's take off that. Let's take off this bolt right here. Alright, then we come over here to our big bag of goodies and stuff over here. And let's see, where's our old one at? Somewhere right here.
Hold on, wait.
Crank gear.
There's stuff in the back, maybe it's in there.
No, it's not here. You may be looking there for nothing.
I'm just saying. I don't even know
That wasted a few minutes.
2 minutes?
A few seconds. Here we go. Alright, here's our old crank gear. So now we can, how you know which side to put it on? If you take a look at this, it might not even matter, man. Dang it. Heck no. It don't even matter. Got a brand new one. Brand spanking new. Brand spanking new one right here. Now I was wondering if there was a way, but you notice how the dot is right there and right there. But if you was to flip them, the dot's still in the same place. So what we're gonna do? Here, Sylvia. I'm gonna let Sylvia put that on.
Oh, for Pete's sakes. Well, it looks like it's got a little wooden groove right there. So I would say it would have to land up with that mark right there.
Okay. You hold the camera? You got it?
So it would go in like that.
Perfect. Look at that. She's a natural. Tell me I'm not a good teacher. That's me.
I don't know if I give credit to you on that.
To me on that.
Yeah. You can tell me how to do it.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back.
Okay, so this is the end of part 12. Well, you guys know what we did because you just watched it. If you don't know what we did, then go back and watch it because you obviously didn't watch the video.
Then pay attention.
Something. So if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post them below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.